Welcome, everybody, to the new podcast. Today, we're going to explore the glamorous life of touring. We are on the road right now, Plus 44 is touring, and today is the last day of tour before we take a little break for Thanksgiving. Today, we woke up, and we are in Detroit. Actually, we're not even in Detroit. We're about 45 minutes outside of Detroit, and we are sitting in a hotel room for about 4 hours before we go into the city and start doing our day. So, from our hotel room, I can see 5 different other hotels, a Bob's Big Boy, and the airport, and millions of trees that stretch off into infinity. That's right. That's how we roll. We're big time. Crossed the border last night. How did you enjoy your border crossing there, Mr. Chris Holmes? We came from Toronto yesterday, drove from Toronto last night after the show into Detroit, getting off the bus at about 4:30 in the morning for a while to get inspected and customed, I guess. I don't know. What do you think, Holmes?
Bitter. Really bitter is the word. I felt like I was an innocent victim in a crime and I had to sit with you guys. And I got scolded because I was playing Tetris on my Sidekick 2 and the guy thought I was texting. And so and Craig was texting. Craig texts a lot. That's all Craig does. Yeah, I got scolded. I got told that I wasn't allowed to play Tetris, basically, which made me even more bitter. And then I went back to the bus. They let us go. It was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Wasn't too bad. But then I couldn't go back to sleep after that. So I played Madden.
So that's the glamorous life of tour. Welcome to the boredom. We are in Chris Holmes' hotel room, podcasting and watching daytime soaps in the background. Man, daytime soaps have some hot women on them. Just saying. Hey, speaking of just saying, we should call James, see what he's up to back in the studio in Los Angeles. See how drunk he's gotten or who he's beaten up lately.
Chris Holmes.
No, Mark Hoppus.
Oh, you son of a...
Yeah, guess what we're doing right now?
Podcasting.
We are podcasting. Welcome.
Oh, hello. Guess what we're doing right now?
What are you doing right now?
Me and Rami, we're going through some vocals for Something for Rockets stuff.
That's right. James has been engineering the Something for Rockets record that they are putting together while we are out on the road. They are at our studios. How's the record coming, dude?
I think it's coming along great. First day, we made a schedule, and we've stuck to it pretty well, so we got a lot of work done.
Awesome. How many songs?
And 5 songs, and as soon as we finish up some vocals, Josh is going to come in and kind of rough mix them the way the guys want, and they're psyched to play them for you when you get back.
Awesome. I can't wait to hear them. Tell me that you've been using the Leslie cabinet, please.
The Leslie cabinet has been used.
Awesome. That's my favorite piece of equipment in the studio. So you got any good stories?
Good stories.
Yeah, are you drunk right now? How drunk have you been this whole time we've been gone?
Let's see. Last weekend I got pretty drunk.
And who did you beat up?
Fisticuffs were avoided.
Oh, that's good. Hey, James, would you like to play a nice round of I'm Just Saying right now, please?
Okay. I might need a second to warm up to get back into it. You know, like, if your friend's sister comes in from out of town, and your friend's like, don't touch her, but then you end up hooking up with her, and she ends up being a real freak. It's okay to tell all your friends how she likes to get down with some nasty right? I'm just saying.
Wow. Yeah, it is okay. And not only is it okay, I think it's your civic responsibility.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey, there's been some people on the tour that have come up to us and asked, where's James?
Well, yeah.
Almost as many people as have come up and asked, hey, where's Dirtbag the cat?
Oh, my popularity rides along the same lines as a flea-infested buzzball that lives in the alley. Great.
Going back to your I'm Just Saying thing, do you have a sister, James?
Yeah, I have an older sister.
Uh-huh. Does she like to get freaky?
God, I f***ing hope not.
All right.
Seriously, I don't want to think about that. She does have 2 kids at this point, so
okay.
That would really bum me out. I'm just saying, it's okay to talk about someone else's sister, but when it comes to your own family, you know, play it close to the chest.
Hey, what's your take on Britney Spears being single right now?
Bring that broad over. I'll show her what's up.
All right, James. Thank you for playing.
Would you guys like to talk to Rami for a minute?
Sure, absolutely.
He's here in the studio with me, and you know.
Hello, Rami. Welcome to the podcast. How are you today?
Are we recording, Mark Hoppus?
We are recording right now.
You know what I want to say? I want to say James Ingram is one sexy man. That's basically what I've learned from this whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let all you guys and girls out there know. You know?
I agree. I couldn't agree more, actually. That's not really what I wanted to talk to you about, but that's all.
I couldn't control myself. How's tour going, Hoppus?
Tour's going great. Tour's been a lot of fun. It's very cold in places that are not California.
Yeah, I know, it's tough. That's why I moved here, because it's never cold. It's 75 degrees every day.
So, how many songs you guys gotten done?
We got 5 songs done, and we're just kind of editing and mixing right now. But they're sounding awesome. We're really excited about the progress of the band from the last record to this one. This one is definitely much more of a rockin' type experience.
Sweet.
But it's still got the beats and some grooves that kind of are reminiscent of our first record.
Cool. No.
And I don't know what else is going on. We just been cooped up in the studio for 2 weeks while you guys have been gone, and it's been fun. We tried to have a party night last night, but all we got was James's roommate, who was awesome. She came in and listened to songs. She supposedly liked 3 of the 5 songs, so I don't know if that bodes well or bodes good. But she's a metalhead, so maybe that's good.
If metalheads love your music, then that's probably good.
Yeah, no, I feel good about that. If metalheads can dig something for Rockets, then we're doing all right. Everybody, stay tuned for the next Something for Rockets album. It's going to be a doozy.
Yes, it is. I'll vouch for that. It is indeed going to be a doozy.
Oh, Mark, can I plug our blog that we're doing?
Absolutely.
We're doing a Something for Rockets video blog that's on MySpace, and it's also on Blogger. So if you go to our MySpace, myspace.com/Something for Rockets, you can see videos of us in the studio making the record and goofing off and hanging around. It's pretty fun.
Sweet.
People seem to like it,
Everyone needs to go check it out. So, all right, we are going to take off, and we're going to sit here in hotel rooms and be bored now.
All right, man. Have fun.
All right, I want you inside me.
Later.
All right now we are going to listen to a song from a band that was suggested to us by our good friend, Mr. Josh Kane, of course, Motion City Soundtrack's guitarist. This band is called Declare This an Emergency. They are on Featherweight Records. Check them out or listen to it now.
Someday I'll be okay. Love what I do every day. These dreams of mine, they will come true. They just have to invent my own holiday. Well, it's filled with my hopes. Look down and yell, don't overdose. I'm not ready, don't wake me. Give it some time, maybe someday I'll be okay. Love what I do every day. These dreams of mine, they will come true. They just have to invent my own holiday. some time. Maybe someday I'll be okay. Love what I do every day. These dreams are mine, they will come true. They just have to invent my own holiday.
So yeah, we are in Detroit. Going to play a show tonight, then fly home for Thanksgiving. This last week has been amazing and crazy and awesome. New York, week of release, doing Letterman, doing the AOL Sessions recording, doing the Virgin Megastore signing, TRL, Webster Hall, Bowery Ballroom. It was awesome. Thank you to everyone that came out to all of that. It was good to see everybody. And continuing on, the record's out now, top 10. Congratulations to us. Thank you to everyone for buying the record. You're all awesome, and you all have great taste in music. And yeah, we're continuing this tour. We're going to be back after Thanksgiving. I think we have, 3 days off, and then we fly back out to Chicago and continue the tour. Just got added to K-Rock Acoustic Christmas, and there's some other surprises in store as well for everybody, so keep your eyes peeled. Also, the cover that we did of Descendants' Christmas Vacation came out on the Kevin and Bean Christmas CD. So check that out. That's all money raised for charity. So do some good and buy some music. Nothing but smiles and rainbows and unicorns. So yeah, we've been doing a few signings. Oh, we did some like acoustic performances here and there. We did one in Tampa, one in Atlanta, one in Boston. Those are fun. It's good. This tour's been amazing. We've been switching some things up and doing some different things. It's rad. I don't need necessarily any more unicorns from anybody. Thank you to everybody who's brought me unicorn drawings and stuffed animals and statues and T-shirts and everything else. You're all awesome for doing that, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. They are decorating the bus right now. For those of you who have brought stuff to the shows, the unicorns are decorating the bus, and the gigantic fake tree is decorating the semi hauling all the equipment. So thank you for that. Chris, what have you gotten? What gifts have you gotten from people?
I've gotten some nice cards, some very nice cards. I've gotten some creepy, like, bro hugs. A lot of dudes coming up to me going, "Do you hug dudes?" And the answer is sort of. I won't give you a full hug. I won't give you a frontal to frontal hug, but I'll give you a kind of the bro hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No good games. No full frontal hugs. Somebody said they made me a poster that I didn't get, which was upsetting, but I think it's very nice that somebody made a poster and took that much time. But yeah, cards, well wishes, a lot of dudes yelling teabag. Just a lot of dudes like yelling pretty aggressively teabag, which is a weird thing. What's your name? It's just not my name. But whatever. So it's been good. It's been really fun. The show's been fun.
All right, we are going to watch more daytime soaps, and we will be back later on. Let's call the old lady and see what tomorrow holds for Thanksgiving.
Hello, Mark Hoppus.
Oh, hi, Heather.
Are you with my dude?
I am with your dude. We are podcasting right now, and you're being recorded for the podcast.
Oh, no. I'm hanging up.
No, don't hang up. We need to ask you some questions.
Guys, I want to ask you questions for the podcast.
No, we want to ask you questions for the podcast, Heather.
What do you want to know?
How badly do you miss your boyfriend?
I miss him terribly.
Is every day hell?
Every day's hell. I cry at night.
What kind of special treats do you have planned for him when upon his return?
I'm not going to be there when he returns.
Oh, that's right. You're bailing on him.
I know. He's having Thanksgiving with you.
That's right. And I have some treats planned for him, believe me.
Care to share?
Well,
with everyone?
Let's just say that I give him what you can't.
Comic book?
Yeah, we have a special thing that nobody else can come close to. I don't know where I'm going with it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either.
All I'm saying is that your dude's been lurking around Tiffany stores and Zales outlets.
Oh, yeah. Are you finding me a cool ring?
Are you finding her a cool ring, Chris?
Okay.
No, I'm just there for when he needs. You know what?
Moral support.
I tried to explain to Chris that when you're buying a diamond for an engagement ring, there's 4 C's. There's cut, clarity, color, and carat. And, you know, I'm trying to walk him through the process.
You're a good friend.
What's my old lady doing right now?
She just came back with the Diet Coke. You can talk to her and ask her questions.
All right, thank you, Heather.
Hi.
Hey, baby.
What are you doing?
We're podcasting and you're being recorded.
Awesome.
So, we're talking about Thanksgiving, and we wanted to know exactly what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. Is that boring? I'm thankful for all of our friends, and that's it.
This is such a boring podcast right now. All right. Well, I know you're at work, so I won't make you talk about it. So, I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. All right. So here we are, parked in the bus out in front of St. Andrews Hall, Detroit, Michigan. Show tonight, plus 44, the matches. And joining us in the podcast is the lady that sells the merchandise for the matches. Her name is Monica. What's your last name, Monica? Monica Brown. So if you're out on the tour and you've come to the shows and you've bought T-shirts from the matches, you've bought them from her. So, Monica, hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. How's the tour going for you so far?
Good. It's really good. This is the first time I've ever been interviewed.
Really?
Well, I interviewed myself once under a different name for a school project once, but other than that, this is it.
And how many tours have you gone on?
I don't know, maybe 6-ish. It's been like a year and a half.
All with the matches or with other bands as well?
No, just the matches.
And how did you get hooked up with them? Excuse us. Excuse us. Shane, is there something you want to say to everybody?
No, I just thought Fred was doing his segment on girls' jeans for guys.
Oh. Yeah, Fred. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Monica. I have to go off on a tangent here.
Shane had something real important.
Fred, our tour manager, wears jeans that we're all convinced are actually women's jeans. And they have these gigantic flamboyant back pockets with like ribbons and rhinestones and like some kind of flashing lights and lasers or whatever. And so we're kind of teasing about this the whole tour. And he keeps like nudging us. We'll be walking down the street and he'll go, see? And he'll point to a woman wearing the exact same jeans as he is and saying, see, they look good on her. And we're like, yeah, she's a girl.
No, he did that more than once.
Twice. He did it once to me walking up the stairs at, where were we? The hotel. And he pointed out this woman, and then he pointed out a different woman to Travis. Monica, anything you want to say about that?
You got me on that one. I have no idea.
Have you noticed Fred's jeans? Honestly, have you noticed Fred's jeans?
I haven't. I like you, Fred. If you hear this, I actually do like you.
Oh, we love Fred. There's nothing but love for Fred. There's nothing but hate for his pants. So 6 tours of the matches. How'd you get hooked up with him?
Ben, the guitar tech, is my roommate. We went to college together.
Where'd you go to college?
Middle Tennessee State University.
Sweet.
Asked me what my degree was in.
What?
Music business.
Nice. And you are in the music business.
Yeah. This is the job of a 15-year-old girl, and I got a degree to do it.
So do you enjoy touring? What's it like being the only woman out on this tour?
I love touring. So I was thinking about this because, Sean told me that you wanted to interview me about that. And I was like, I really don't think it's any different than being a boy on tour. Like, I grew up with all boys. I have 4 brothers and no sisters. And then, did you see the big bulldog?
I did see the big bulldog.
Okay, so I was talking with security about how I couldn't keep the attention of this bulldog. And right at that moment, like right on cue, he comes running at me full speed, penis halfway out, and starts humping my leg. And I was like, wow,
congratulations.
look, the dog likes me.
And so selling T-shirts every night, you get to meet, everybody comes up to you and asks questions. What's the most annoying question that you're asked every night as merchandise saleswoman?
Do you get to hang out with Mark Hoppus?
Really? You get asked that a lot? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, everybody in the sound of my voice, I'm kind of a big deal. That's crazy.
That one, and they point and say, can I get the matches shirt a lot? That one drives me insane.
Because they're all matches shirts. Yeah. And what advice would you have for someone, a lady that wants to get out on tour? And what's the difference between the reality and the dream of being on tour?
It smells. We're in a van, and it's stinky, and the boys never shower, and...
yeah, what's up with your boys? Seriously.
I don't know. I don't think it's just my boys, though.
We shower. The Plus 44, very showery
band. You
band.
guys are older, and, you've probably done the filthy thing before. Were you gross before?
Always. Proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, so there you go. You've grown out of it. You have a wife now. You want your parts nice and clean.
Yes, I do. Not so much me. She wants the parts nice and clean. So tell us something about the matches that they probably don't want anybody to know.
Probably a good thing to tell everybody is that the matches came on here and put a picture of themselves.
Yeah, that is true.
On your bus. It's a hot picture too.
Yeah, the matches did on the first night of tour in Tampa bring on a photo of themselves framed, and it's been on our bus ever since.
Yeah, I can't believe you guys haven't moved.
Yeah, I can't believe nobody's thrown that out. Really? For those of you in Philadelphia, the show ended.
This is not true, by the way.
So true.
No, go ahead.
It's so based on fact. So the show ends in Philadelphia, and I'm like, hey, I want to go out to the merch booth and say hi to everybody and whatever. So we're cutting through. The club's actually emptying out, and there's 2 doors leading into the, like, what do you call that? Entryway? Foyer?
Yeah, the foyer. I call it foyer.
At the theater in Philadelphia, and everyone's pouring up into that little area from the theater. And I walk through that crowd, with the crowd, to where I think the merch booth is, and it's the Matches merch booth, and people are crowding around, and people wanting autographs and handshakes and everything else, and it starts to really get tight. I mean, people are starting to close in, and I start to panic, and I turn to Monica, and I say, can I come in there with you, please? And she looks at me, and she goes, no.
But wait, I thought that he was going out the door and that he was just saying it to be funny, and as soon as I realized that he wasn't, I had the guy unlock the door for you.
Well, at that point, I was lost in a sea of humanity and had to go the wrong way through the door where everyone was trying to leave. I was one man swimming upstream, unprotected, thrown to the wolves by Monica from the Matches.
You have lots of security that helped you through.
One.
Stop whining. And then the next day, first after telling on me to my boyfriend, so he called me to tell me that I needed to behave in front of you because you keep giving him about controlling his woman. After that, we had sellers that night, so I wasn't selling merch. I'm next to the stage watching the show. Mark flicks a pick at me. I swear to God, this is the truth. Flicks a pick at me, bounces off the center of my head and into my beer.
Yep. Don't f
First
with me.
try. It's scary how good you are. You must really practice a lot.
I do practice a lot on women and small children. Oh, I only throw things at women and small children. The ladies want to know. How's Tony? And some of the fellas want to know. How's Tony as a kisser?
Ever.
Really?
Yeah, make sure he hears that too.
Yeah, he will. Oh, we'll make sure that that's in there. Did you explain to Tony the 4 C's?
4 C's?
The 4 C's? Cut, clarity, color, and carrot.
Oh, God.
When Tony's shopping for his ring.
Yeah, so when Tony's shopping for the ring,
You should sign him.
Chris and his lady are very serious, and he's been hinting that he wants some help to find some...
I said August. We've only been together since August.
You know what? Me and my lady met in August, and I proposed to her in February, so Tony's got about 2 months. Go ahead. Here, I'll let you guys talk about it.
I'm in a relationship, and
Are you thinking of buying a ring?
no, not yet.
Why not? Is she not the one?
Now is she gonna be?
What-
She's gonna hear this, right?
Yeah.
And
And
she's-
when the time's right, we will both know when the time's right, and then we'll go from there. It's not like it's not like I'm not going to. It's just like I'm not right now because now's not the right time. But I've come to be subscribed to Tiffany. Tiffany.com somehow emails me, and I get all the latest gossip from them about what they've got going on. And I get a lot of cutouts from magazines of wedding rings that seem to be.
And what did you get in Orlando?
Orlando, I got a pamphlet from getting married in Disney World. I mean, I like Disney World and Disneyland as much as anybody else, but I'm just not going to get married there. And I'm not going to buy a ring there. And when I'm ready to buy a ring, I'll be very educated, which I guess maybe I'll end up thanking you for that. But so far, it's just a whip to...
4 C's are right now?
Yeah, I know what the 4 damn C's are because I get them beaten into my head every day.
What about you, Mark?
Good.
How does your wife feel about you touring all the time?
She's always been super supportive of me touring, and we have absolute trust in one
She
another.
doesn't go crazy having to constantly take care of your son without you there?
I mean, it's hard on her for sure, but she's strong like that, and she kind of knew what she was getting into when we first started dating, you know?
But she only had a few months to get used to it before you popped the question and
Maybe I'm so
suckered
much
her
man.
into it.
I'm so much man that she just sucks it up and
She didn't really have
deals.
time to process the fact that you were gone all the time.
Yeah. It's hard on a relationship for sure, but we trust each other and we talk every day and email and
Aw.
everything else. So it's good.
Yeah.
As long as you trust the person that you're with, being apart isn't a big deal.
But what about just the missing?
Missing sucks. That's for sure.
A lot. So that's a lot of
But-
sucking.
It does suck,
Wait, that
but
came out wrong. that sucks a lot, is what I meant.
to be honest with you, our marriage is a hollow lie. And so being gone from her isn't that big a deal for either of us. It's a welcome break on her behalf.
See that? He reverts to a joke.
I know. That's how I deal. All right. So thank you for the interview, Monica.
Thank you.
And go buy lots of Matches t-shirts at the shows
Please.
and say hello to her. And what, if people are going to bring you gifts to the shows, what do you need and want on the tour? It better not be any feminine products of any kind.
I need tampons, maxi pads, and douches. Please don't bring me those. I'm just kidding. Please do not bring me feminine products. That was just for Mark and Chris. Please
Oh,
don't bring
man.
me them.
That's great. I feel a little sick. All right. We are now in Milwaukee. It's been about a week since we last podcasted with the interview with Monica. Everyone flew home for Thanksgiving. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Chris Holmes and I spent the Thanksgiving together, and it was awesome. And now we're back out on the road. I got sick, been on lots of prescription medication to get better, and now we have a day off in Milwaukee. Finally a day off, and the whole entire city is shut down because of this snowstorm. Holmes, what do you have to say about that?
At 5 o'clock, not even 5 o'clock. If you're looking to go to a movie or to the mall, you're hard because everything's closed. The only thing open is a Starbucks, which thank God is in the hotel. And there's a Green Bay Packer heavy sports bar downstairs too, if you're into football, which Mark Hoppus is now. So yeah, everything's closed. It's cold. There's snow, and that's that.
That is that, my friends. What else do we have to tell you? By the way, next podcast, we are going to be premiering. The Hi, My Name is Mark podcast is going to be premiering the new single from our friends in the band called The Higher. Make sure you tune into podcast 20, whatever the next podcast number is, 28 after this one, and we will be playing The Higher. We're going to have an interview with them, premiere of their new single from them, and hopefully an interview with Shiny Toy Guns, who we played with last night in Baltimore. They were pretty badass. So, having fun on tour. Thanks to everyone for coming out to the shows. Thanks to everyone for buying the record. I can't thank you enough. You're all awesome. And I think we're going to wrap up this podcast now. Go have some coffee in sports bars. See you next time.